Good morning students. How are you all? We will continue with explanation of chapter number 12, friction, session number 3. In last sessions children, we have discussed about what is friction. We have discussed about spring balance, factors affecting friction. In that we have learned about sliding friction, static friction, right? Today we are going to discuss about friction in necessary evil. Means how friction is important for us, right? First, hold a cooler, that is earthen pot or a glass tumbler. Now without friction, can we hold any object? Otherwise what will happen? That object will fall down. So because of the force of friction, we can hold the objects, right? Because this earthen pots, right, they are rough, so we can hold it, and glass, it is smooth, so sometimes it can slip also. So for the grip, we require friction between the two objects. Would it be possible to hold the glass at all if there is no friction? Yes, if there is no friction, if our hands are also smooth. For example, if you are holding a glass with plastic gloves, right? What will happen? The glass is smooth, the plastic is also smooth. The glass can slip from your hand. So for that, grip is very important. It is difficult to move on a wet muddy track or wet marble floor. Now if you are going in rainy season on the road, if the road is muddy and wet, it will be very tough for you to walk. You can slip down also, right? We can have a slip also. And when we are mopping on the floor of marble, then the water acts as smooth platform between our legs and ground. So in that case also children, we can slip down, right? So for that, friction helps us how to hold our body on the ground. Writing with chalk on the blackboard. Now if the blackboard is also smooth, chalk is also smooth, then we cannot write it easily. But chalk is a rough material, right? And blackboard is smooth. So because of friction children, we are able to write on blackboard easily. That is because of force of friction. If an object starts moving, it would never stop if there were no friction. Now if there is no friction, for example in session 1 we have discussed, if we throw a ball, right? So what will happen children? The ball will go in motion, the force which is applied by our body, and after that after the speed is reduced, at some point it will be constant and it will be stopped down. Otherwise what will happen? If a ball is moving, then continuously it will move only. So because of friction, it allows the ball to stop after the force of the object is reduced. Next, without friction, no building could be constructed. अगर फ्रिक्शन नहीं होता तो हम कुछ भी कंस्ट्रक्ट भी नहीं कर पाते हैं, राइट? क्योंकि उसके लिए हमें होल्ड करना होता है, हमें बिल्डिंग्स के लिए पिलर्स बनाने होते हैं. So this frictions allows us to make buildings for construction. Friction can also produce heat. जब हम हमारे दो हैंड्स रब करते हैं तो उसमें से हीट जनरेट होती है. वैसे ही हमने देखे होंगे कि मशीन्स के अंदर when a machine is operated, heat is generated causing much wastage of energy. जब मशीन हम कुछ भी चालू करते हैं तो वो मोटर से जो मशीन रन होते हैं तो उससे हीट एक्सर्ट होती है, और हीट के साथ साथ जो मशीन होता है उसका डेप्रिसिएशन भी होता है, यानी मशीन घिसती भी है, उसके जो स्पेयर पार्ट्स है वो धीरे धीरे रिड्यूस होते जाते हैं, राइट? So for that we have to take some steps to avoid the loss of friction. Increasing and reducing friction. Now friction we can increase also and we can reduce also depending on the demand of the object. We sprinkle fine powder on the carom board. Now whenever we are playing carom board, the board is smooth, right? And the stagger is also smooth. So whenever we want a stagger to hit the points, then we are sprinkling powder. So powder is very fine. It allows the stagger of the carom, so we can play it very smoothly. So the tiger can run smoothly on the carom board and it can hit the points, right? A few drops of oil are poured on the hinges of the door. Now whenever you will see in rainy season, children, when the doors of the houses get what we say stiff because of weathering change, because of moisture in environment, and the hinges are made up of iron. So when iron comes in contact with moisture and air, that time it starts getting rusting. So to avoid that, if we are putting 2-3 drops of oil, it will make the hinges smooth and the movement of door can also be very easy. A bicycle and a motor mechanic use grease between the moving parts of this machine. Now you must have seen that in cars, in cycles, then in other machines, spare parts of car, we are putting grease. Why? So that because of grease, the depreciation means the rubbing of the machine can be avoided and it can last for long period of time. So the substance which reduces friction is called as lubricant, right? The substance which is reducing friction, it is called as lubricant. Sole of your shoes is grooved. Now the shoes and sandals which we are wearing, children, they are having rough surface, they are having small grooves in it. Why? So that if we are walking on some plain platform also, we will not slip. After some time you will see that sole and grooves of the shoes are also diminished, means it is getting reduced day by day. So that is because of friction between the ground and the shoes. Example, so to provide the shoes better grip on the floor. So these grooves are given to have better grip on the floor and we will not slip and we can walk easily in that area. Example, soles of shoes and tires are threaded to increase friction. Now you must have seen in tires we are having thread-like structure with rubber. So this allows the friction to increase and the speed of the vehicle can increase also and it will not have a slip also. So these are the points which we have discussed about friction, a necessary evil, right? How friction is very important and increasing and reducing friction. So this depends upon the demand of the object. Thank you and have a nice day, children.